Have you ever wondered, can a narcissist truly heal? What does it take to break through the grandiose defenses, the psychic retreat, the carefully constructed false self, and move towards something more authentic, more alive? Hello everyone, welcome to the Narcissism Decoder. I'm your host, Dr. Anthony Mazzella. What does it actually take to heal narcissism? In this 4-part series, we uncover the steps, the overlooked moments, and the delicate and at times dramatic psychological shifts that make real change possible. I'll take you inside the therapeutic process, exploring what it really takes to help someone confront their narcissistic defenses, navigate vulnerability, and create a self that can survive without what I come to call the patch of grandiosity. We'll explore how grandiosity forms as a defense against unbearable feelings of shame, inadequacy, and fear of annihilation anxiety. What actually happens in the therapy room when a narcissistic patient begins to soften and connect with their deeper self? And just as a teaser, I could tell you, this is very complicated because when change becomes observable and the patient or the individual in your life, or you for instance, make contact with real feelings, sometimes they feel exposed and threatened. I will attempt to demonstrate how the anxiety about acknowledging new developments is acute in those where a narcissistic organization has created a hiding place that protects them from feeling exposed. And finally, we will explore the critical role of mourning in dismantling the grandiose self and how that grief makes space for something more authentic to emerge. You will also hear stories, for example, of a patient who was able to dance at a wedding with his child despite the allure of the grandiose retreat into drinking with his buddies. Moments like this may seem small on the surface, but when handled psychodynamically, they reflect something much deeper, such as a growing willingness to face reality, to move toward closeness, and to make an authentic connection. This series isn't about offering quick fixes or abstract theory such as, you need to have compassion for yourself. Instead, we focus on the slow, difficult, but profoundly meaningful process of transformation. We'll see how narcissistic defenses are dismantled not by confronting grandiosity head-on, but by making room for vulnerability and emotional safety. If you're ready to understand narcissism from the inside out, with a real-world psychodynamic approach, this series is for you. Subscribe now so you don't miss the first episode. I hope you can join me for Healing Narcissism, a 4-part series, because, yes, real change is possible, despite what you may hear on social media. But only when we understand what it really takes to help someone move beyond the false, grandiose sense of self. Okay, I hope to see you there. Bye for now. Disclaimer alert. The Narcissism Decoder podcast is provided for general information purposes only. The content presented in this podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any psychological condition related to narcissism. The content on this podcast should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. For specific advice pertaining to narcissism or any other psychological condition, you could reach me directly. I am an experienced mental health practitioner who is always taking on new patients. If you would just like a consultation, I can do that too.